The rain came down in sheets as I sprinted into the Starbucks, my hair plastered to my face, my thin sweater soaked through. I barely saw the man in front of me until it was too late. I crashed straight into him, sending both of his caramel macchiatos splashing across his crisp white dress shirt. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," I gasped, scrambling for napkins. He didn't even flinch. Just laughed, a deep, warm sound that cut through my embarrassment. "It's fine," he said, hazel eyes crinkling at the corners. "Maybe now you owe me coffee." His voice was smooth, confident. The kind that made my stomach flip. I hesitated, then smiled. "Only if you tell me your name." "Daniel." He extended a hand, strong fingers, a silver watch glinting at his wrist. "And you?" "Lena." His grip was firm, his thumb brushing my knuckles just a second too long. A spark. A warning I didn't recognize yet. We sat by the window, rain streaking the glass beside us. He was effortlessly charming, asking about my job, my favorite books, the scar on my knee from a childhood fall. He listened like every word mattered. When he leaned in, his cologne wrapped around me, spice and something woodsy. "I'd love to take you out," he said, voice low. "If you'll let me." I should have noticed the way his phone buzzed face down. Should have questioned why a man like him, all sharp suits and expensive smiles, was alone in a coffee shop on a Tuesday. But I didn't. Because when he looked at me like that, I forgot how to think. And that was my first mistake. 3 months in, should have been floating. Daniel was everything I'd ever wanted, the kind of man who remembered my coffee order, who kissed my forehead before work, who whispered, "You're perfect," in the dark. But something felt off. It started with his phone. Always face down. Always silent when I entered the room. One night, while he showered after dinner, a notification lit up the screen. "Emily, did you tell her yet?" My breath caught. The water shut off. I shoved the phone back where I'd found it, my pulse hammering. "Who's Emily?" I asked casually as he toweled his hair. A beat of silence. Just long enough. "My sister," he said, dimples flashing as he pulled me close. "She's asking if I told you about the family reunion." His lips brushed my temple. "Why? You jealous?" I laughed it off. But that night, while he slept, I did something I'd never done before. I Googled him. Nothing. No LinkedIn. No Facebook. Just a locked Instagram under Daniel Carter with 12 followers. 28 years old and he didn't exist. I stared at his sleeping face, the long lashes, the relaxed mouth that had whispered so many pretty lies. "Who are you?" The first seed of doubt took root. The algorithm knew before I did. I was mindlessly scrolling through TikTok, curled up on Daniel's couch while he pretended to work in the other room. Then it appeared, a video titled "Our Baby Shower." Hashtag finally parents with 50K likes. My thumb froze. A radiant blonde woman smiled at the camera, hands cradling her rounded belly. Behind her, holding a blue balloon arch and grinning like the proudest man alive. Daniel. The room tilted. I stabbed at the profile. Emily Carter. 382 posts. A life laid bare. 5 years married. Posted 4 months ago. Surprise honeymoon baby, the same week Daniel canceled our anniversary trip. My husband's the best dad already. My hands shook so badly I dropped the phone. The bathroom door opened. Daniel emerged, towel around his waist, water glistening on his chest. "Babe, you okay?" I turned the screen toward him. Watched the blood drain from his face. "Who is that?" Silence stretched like a noose. Then, softly, "My wife." 2 words. That's all it took to shatter me. The elevator ride to his office lasted 17 seconds. I counted. Daniel's firm occupied the 22nd floor of a glass tower downtown, a place he'd never invited me to visit. The receptionist smiled as I approached. "Can I help you?" "I'm here for Daniel Carter." My voice sounded alien to me. Her smile faltered. "And you are?" "His fiancée." The lie tasted bitter. When Daniel emerged from a conference room, his crisp navy suit and perfect tie suddenly looked like a costume. His smile died when he saw me. "Lena? What are you?" I stood in front of him. "You left my house that day, leaving me broken. So today I came to ask you about your legal wife?" His colleagues turned to stare. A vein pulsed in his temple as he grabbed my elbow, steering me toward an empty stairwell. The door slammed behind us. My wife. His admission hung between us. "Look, it's complicated." "Complicated?" My laugh bordered on hysterical. "You have a pregnant wife." He ran a hand through his hair. "I was going to tell you. After the baby came." "You bastard." My voice broke. Was any of it real? For a fraction of a second, his mask slipped. I saw panic, calculation. Then he reached for me. "Lena, please." I recoiled. "Don't touch me." The stairwell echoed with my heels as I walked away, each step measured, deliberate. I wouldn't give him the satisfaction of seeing me run. Not yet. For 3 days, I didn't cry. I plotted. His wife's Instagram was public. Emily Carter, blonde. Pregnant. Beaming in every photo like her life was perfect. I took screenshots of everything, our text threads, hotel receipts, the selfie he'd sent me from their bathroom the morning of her baby shower. My fingers shook as I drafted the message. "Hi Emily. You don't know me, but your husband does." I attached the evidence. Hit send. Then blocked them both, Daniel, Emily, every account tied to his lies. The fallout played out in real time. Tuesday, 3:17 p.m., Emily's Instagram story changes from nursery decor to a black screen. Wednesday, 9:02 a.m., Daniel's LinkedIn profile vanishes. Friday night, Emily posts a TikTok, no makeup, puffy-eyed, holding her ultrasound photo. The caption, "When the person you take a bullet for loads the gun." 2.4 m views. I watched it all with a hollow satisfaction. Then, 1 month later, a DM. "Emily Carter, thank you." Attached was a photo of her in a hospital bed, newborn in her arms, no wedding ring in sight. I stared at it for a full minute before closing the app. Daniel had tried to message me too. "We need to talk, you ruined my life, I never meant to hurt you." I deleted them unread. The last thing I did? Change my own Instagram bio. Single. And smarter now. 6 months later, I found the Starbucks receipt in an old jacket pocket. Caramel macchiato. Tuesday, 2:14 p.m., the paper had gone soft at the edges, the ink faded where my fingers had brushed it too many times. I almost threw it away. Instead, I walked to that same Starbucks, not to remember, but to reclaim it. The barista didn't recognize me. The table by the window was taken by a laughing couple. Everything was the same. Nothing was the same. My phone buzzed. A news alert, local finance executive sentenced in embezzlement case. Daniel's mugshot stared back at me, hollow cheeks, none of that charming spark left. Emily had testified against him. I sipped my coffee. No caramel this time. Black. Strong. Like the woman I'd become. At the counter, a guy about my age fumbled with his wallet. "Shit, I think I left my card." I slid a 5 across. "Get the macchiato. It's life-changing." He blinked. "How do you know what I was gonna order?" I didn't. But I recognized the look, that hopeful, hungry glint I used to see in the mirror. As I walked out, the sun hit my face. For the first time in a year, I didn't wonder where Daniel was. Didn't check Emily's profile. Just breathed. The receipt stayed on the counter where anyone could take it. Let it be someone else's love story. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe.